This has been a learning experience for me. Actually got a chance to know Representative Valentino a little more, get more familiar with some of the ins and outs of the election process. So I wouldn't rule it out, but I certainly don't have any, because I didn't have any great political aspirations when I stepped into the race to begin with, so I don't have any plans at this time as to whether I would rerun again in 2 years or not.
Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Well, thank you for having me.
Goodbye.
Okay.
With that, we're going to turn it over to Chelsea Bissonette, who has an interview about this election. Take it away, Chelsea.
Thanks, Justin. I'm here with Adrian Bean. So, who will you be voting for?
If I could vote for someone, I would vote for Barack Obama.
And do you think it'll be a close race?
I think it'll be a very close race because a lot of people have strong opinions about McCain and Obama. It's going to be very close because it's a very close race.
It should be. Is there any specific reason why you would vote for Obama?
I think he has strong and good leadership skills. He can lead this country very well.
All right. Thank you, Adrian. Back to you, Justin.
With that, we are going to take a short break.
No.
Oh, we have. We need this. Hold on one second. This is live television, people. Okay. We have breaking news. We have a lot of results. This is great. Obama carries Maine, which has 4 electoral delegates. Again, this is CNN projection. Obama carries Maine with 4 electoral votes. Massachusetts, 12 electoral votes to Senator Obama. Connecticut, another 7 electoral votes in his category. New Jersey, 15 electoral votes for Senator Obama. Delaware, 3 electoral votes for Senator Obama. Maryland, 10 additional electoral votes. Washington, D.C., 3 electoral votes for Obama. And Illinois, his home state, 21 electoral votes. So total for Senator Barack Obama, the Democratic candidate for president, 77 total electoral votes. Again, there's 270 that are needed to claim victory in this election. Let's look at the Republican candidate, Senator John McCain. South Carolina, 8 electoral votes went for Mr. McCain. Tennessee, 11 electoral votes. And Oklahoma, 7 electoral votes. Total for McCain, 34 electoral votes. So far in the evening, it's fairly early for this presidential race, but so far, Obama has 77 total electoral votes. Senator John McCain has 34 total electoral votes. Again, 270 are needed. Now, this is really early in this race, so don't count McCain out if you're a McCain supporter, but for Obama supporters, this is looking very promising. With that, we're going to take a short break, but don't touch that dial because we have live local results coming up. Don't go away. Welcome back to the TATV's 2008 election show. I'm your moderator, Justin Schnepp. I'm here with Vice Chairman of the Saco School Board, David Galley. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Let's talk about the school reorganization plan. Number one, what does it mean for Saco?
Basically, what this does is it consolidates the administrative end of Orchard, Saco, and Dayton school systems. Currently, Dayton and Saco share a superintendent. Basically, what this plan will do will include Old Orchard in that, except we won't be a union, we'll be one district. So the schools won't see a whole lot of difference. Teachers will be about the same, the schools will be about the same. The consolidation will be the administrative end of things.
Will there be large savings tied to this?
Large savings is a big word. Eventually, there will be savings. Initially, it's going to be difficult to see. There will be savings, no doubt. We're going to be more efficient. But initially, we won't see the millions that was initially talked about. But there will be savings, and there will be small things here and there. And as we get more and more into this, it will become more and more evident the things that we can consolidate with.
Polls closed at 8 p.m., so we won't see the actual results for another hour or so. But if hypothetically this doesn't pass, what does Saco have to do going forward?
Well, part of the plan said if one town doesn't vote yes, then the other two may continue on. We had 5 different scenarios that happened. Saco basically would have to start over. We would have to form an alternative plan, what they call an alternative plan, and come up with some other arrangement. Or actually, Saco has enough students so that we could probably go alone. In working with this plan, my own personal opinion is I think it would be better to continue on with what we're doing, and if it doesn't pass, then of course we're going to have to find some other alternative. But we could make it alone. We could go and find some other, but I think the savings would be even less. We would be less efficient than if we did consolidate.
Okay. Well, if this does pass, what's next? Is there any work that needs to take place in order to make sure that happens?
Yes. If it passes, we have to elect an interim secretary, is what they call. And the interim secretary keeps the ball rolling, so to speak. They have to make sure that they connect with all of the town clerks, because there has to be yet another election for the new school board to be elected. That will take place sometime in the spring. We're getting different messages about when that will take place. But he has to do that. He has to make sure that all the business of the new RSU continues to run or begins to run until the new superintendent is in place and the new school board is in place.
How confident are you that this will get passed? Do you think there was enough outreach to Saco voters to get enough information about to make an informed decision at the polls?
Boy, I hope so. We had several meetings in all 3 communities. We did the TATV message. We sent a brochure to every voter in all 3 communities, and we've had articles in the newspaper. I suppose people could go in there not knowing anything about it, but we certainly did our best to inform everybody what we needed to do.
Thank you so much for coming on the
You're
program.
quite welcome. Glad to be here.
Again, I'd like to give the national results. Maine went for Obama with 4 electoral votes, 67% to 33%. We're going to go over to Lauren Bukovalis, who's interviewing another student from Thornton Academy to talk about the election. Lauren, take it away.
Thanks, Justin. I'm here with Colby Parker. Colby, who will you be voting for?
I'd be voting for Obama.
Why would you vote for Obama?
Because he is for the economy and also making college more affordable.
Okay, very good. And do you think this will be a close race?
No, Obama's going to kill him.
All right, thank you very much. Back to you, Justin.
We're going to take a short break, but when we return, Carol Lovejoy joins us in the studio. Don't go away. Hello and welcome back to TATV's 2008 election coverage, live from the Saco City Hall. I'm your moderator, Justin Schnepp. Joining me is Carol Lovejoy, who is running a second term for the Register of Probate for York County. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Why do you want to seek this office the second time?
Mainly because the position requires experience. There's a lot of knowledge that goes into probate law, and I've been there for 28 years, so I have the knowledge to do the job and to perform the services.
Are there any changes that you would like to see happen as Register of Probate?
No, not really. I've been working on space for the courtroom. We have a very tiny courtroom that's kind of unsafe. So I'd like to continue my quest to find extra space for the court, but really no changes at all.
What have you done in the past that has really prepared you for this sort of position?
For 24 years, I worked as a clerk in the Registry of Probate. Pretty much did every job that they have in there for paperwork and processing the different types of proceedings. And so then when I ran in 2004, I was unopposed. And before that, I did perform some of the duties of the Register anyway. So when I ran in 04, I was unopposed and I'm doing it for 4 years.
Your opponent, Bobby Mills, in this race talks about your experience often, but cites that he wants a complete restructuring, focusing more on digitizing records. What is your thoughts about that?
Actually, our records are digitized. They are available on the internet. In 2008, we worked with, well, for 2 years before that, we've been working with the other registers of probate in the state, the other 15 counties, to get the probate records online. And they have been online since probably mid-2007. The records that we have available for York County go back to about 2005 right now. We're working on back scanning the other records. Original documents go back to 1687 that we have in our
So we're working on getting the back ones scanned so they're available by the internet. The forms, most of the interviews that he has done talked about the forms being on the computer. Those are actually in the process. We're hoping that they'll be available online in early 2009, as early as possible.
He talks about how they're typewritten as opposed to being on the computer. Can you comment about that?
In the past, they have had to be either handwritten or typewritten. We have prepared forms that they fill out, fill in the blank type. And they did have to be either typed or hand printed. And those are the forms that are going to be available on the internet probably in January, February of 2009. The statute does provide that people can create their own forms on their computers, but they just have to have a certification on the bottom that's saying that they did create their own form and they're accepted by the court.